Welcome back everybody to a Direct Boats video. Today we're going to take a look at the 109 Exhilarator and the 151 Exhilarator. These boats are awesome. We take them out all the time, but we wanted to get an in-depth review for you guys to look at and actually get up close and personal with them. So first off, we're going to take a look at the 109 and let's just jump into it. This is the 109. It's super simple. It's easy to load, launch, and enjoy. But this boat is in Whaler Blue. It's 10 foot 9 inches, according to the name. You know, it's 10 foot 9 inches, 109. This is a trailer. It's not the trailer that's going to come on. It's actually the delivery trailer. The trailer that you'll get will fit a lot better. But let's go ahead and check out and see what makes this boat stand out. And here we're inside of the 109. This is the upgraded version or improved version of the 101. It is a wider cockpit and a deeper cockpit. So I'm actually 6 foot, and inside of here you can see that I have plenty of space. I'm not really struggling for space. We've had people in here that have been 6'6", 300 pounds, and they haven't really struggled too bad. But on the inside you can see that there's cup holders, a phone holder. On both sides, that is an additional upgrade as well. You know, you can get it with or without. Everything's built to order, so everything's customizable. As you can see down here, we also have the Exhilarator foam flooring. It's good for, you know, comfort. It's a little bit easier to clean out. I think you can just spray it with a hose. It's pretty simple. And then over here we have some more storage space right here. That is good for life jackets, speakers, anything else you want to put in the back, you can fit back there. And you can see back there is the bilge pump. There's also the battery up in the top left. And then if you come back out here, you can see right here, there's a little button. This is important because a lot of people struggle to lift these things up. There's a button on the left side, and you just press that in, and then you can lift it up. That's important because a lot of people struggle getting it back up. And then if you come over here to the little dash, this is the control panel kind of, and it's got the stereo, and if you switch that on, you'll see that the Memphis audio Bluetooth system, there's an app for it. You can change some of the colors on it. That will turn on, and whenever you get that working, there's some speakers down here that'll turn on as well, but that's another time. And then we have the nav that will turn on this little light right here, which is your fuel gauge, and the front lights and the back lights, which I'll show you in a second. And then over here we have the bilge pump that I showed you a minute ago. That actually will turn on if you click it, if you have some water in the boat. It should also cut on if you have some water in the boat and you haven't pressed it on. If it gets flooded at all, it'll cut on by itself. And then you have an accessory. This is actually not connected to anything. This is if you want to put on accent lights, anything like that, you can wire it up to this. And then we have the horn right here. And you can see that that's the horn. Then we have the upgraded steering wheel, the shifter. We have power, tilt, and trim. The trim is so you can adjust the motor in the back while you're driving. It'll get you a little bit power. It'll get you on plane a little bit easier if you're adjusting that. And then we have forward, idle, reverse. This adds a little gas without putting it into gear. You'll add this, you'll put this, and it'll go into gear. You'll see that it has the key right here. You'll get 2 of these, the little Honda keys. And then we have this little red thing. This is the kill switch. This is very important if you're driving because I'm not sure if you'll get in trouble for it, but this is good for safety. You'll clip onto your belt loop or whatever pocket, anything. And if you pull this off, it will cut off the motor. The motor will be dead. You'll be good. The boat will stop. Don't forget, you need this kill switch in the kill switch slot to make sure that the boat will crank. Otherwise, it will not crank. And so now we have a little USB charger over here. This is connected to the stereo, which is connected to the battery. So it'll charge your phone. That's if you get the stereo. And then over here, we have a charger for the battery. The regular plug, you plug that up and it charges your battery. And you can see right here, this is the base for the nav lights. I already have the nav lights cut on. So if we just pull this out, It's right underneath, and it's a little tricky to get out. You pop it out, but I already have it unpopped. But it's two little pieces right here where you'll find your nav light in the back, and you just put it over here, line it up correctly, and push it in, and you have a nav light in the back. Here we have the screw on top fuel fill. So you just unscrew it and you can fill it up. It's 12 gallons, and it'll tell you on the fuel gauge at what you're doing. Sometimes it doesn't fill up all the way to 12, but it just depends on how the boat's sitting, but the maximum is 12. Over here, you'll see our pop-up cleats. These are a popular addition. There's 4 of these if you order them. They go out on almost all of these different boats, but it's a popular addition. There's a regular cleat that you can get, but these make the boat look better overall. All right, now we're at the back of the boat. You can see we have the motors, the U-bolts, the drain plug, and this is super important whenever you're going out on the water. This is the drain plug. I don't know if it's going to show you, but this is the drain plug right here. And this is super important because this will sink your boat if you leave it in the water with this on here. Now, if you accidentally drop it into the water and you forgot to put it in there, it's not the end of the world. The bilge pump should help with the boat, but let's not risk that, and let's make sure we put this in every time we're going into the water. This is to empty out the water whenever you get out. If there's anything left over, it might help, but you want to put the drain plug in here, right here, and you should be good. Now we have the motor, which is the 30 horsepower. I'm going to show you how to transport with this thing. It's got power, tilt, and trim, so we can show the tilt right here. This is tilt. It'll go up. There's a button, a switch. It'll lift it all the way up, and you'll just flip this little lever right here and push it back down. And now you are ready for transportation. This thing's not going to go anywhere. It's a lot more stable now. But yeah, make sure you do that whenever you're transporting, otherwise you might damage your very expensive motor. And now over here we have the wings. This is for better get up and go. It helps you get on plane easier. We recommend these with these just because it runs better. And yeah, that's about it for the back of this. Let's go on to the 151. So let's shift gears into the 151. So this is the 151. It's bigger, it's a 4-seater, it's got a bigger motor. This is for people who want to take out multiple people. You can see here that it has a canary yellow dual stripe. This is the racing stripe, this is the top stripe, this is the canary yellow stripe, this is the white stripe down the middle, and then yellow down the bottom. A lot of people like this color scheme. You can do that for the 109 as well, but this is definitely adds a cool factor to the 151. So here we're inside of the 151, and the first thing I think you'll notice about this is how much more space I have in here. This is a 4-seater boat, and you can see my seats pushed back a little bit. This is pushed up, so I have plenty of space. I'm very comfortable. My feet can't even touch the end of the boat. So that's plenty of space for storage. You have 4 people back here, there's storage in the back. But overall, the boat is much larger, so it's a lot more comfortable. And as you can see, if it's too far for you, you can push this back, bring it forward, bring this down right here with the adjustable steering wheel. This steering wheel is actually standard for this boat. It looks very similar to the other one, but this is the standard. Most people would call this an upgrade from what it used to be. This is a lot better, a little bit bigger. And then we have the shifter that's integrated into the boat. This is a upgrade. There's the non-upgraded version on the 109, and then this is the upgraded version. You can see that it's got the up and down tilt trim. This serves the same purpose as what I showed you earlier. This will give it a little bit of gas without going into gear. That'll help you if you have a problem cranking the boat. Over here we have the kill switch right to my side, kill switch right here, and then over here is the key. So you have the key right here. Up in front, we have the dash. This is the Memphis audio system. This one actually has more speakers on it. This one has 4 speakers instead of 2. We have the horn. You can hear that. And then we have the stereo. You just click that on to turn on the Memphis audio system. And there's an app to change colors and all of that, but I'll keep that on for now. And then we have the nav light on. It's the same thing as the 109. You have the bilge pump. Works the same as the 109. Then you have that extra accessories button. And if you go right here, you can see that this looks like a normal seat. A lot of times people want to pull tubers, or maybe they want to talk to people in the back. There is a lever right here. You just press that and spin it around. And you can see now the passenger can watch the tuber, talk to the people in the back. Maybe they want to get something back there. You can just flip it around. There's also some cup holders, 4 cup holders right here and here. And then you have the 2 seats in the back. So let me hop in the back and show you the storage back here. And here we are in the back seats. You can see that these flip down just like the other ones. And you'll notice this, and you might be wondering what it is. It is actually a custom-built ladder that I'm going to show you in a second. There is also a nav light back here. This is a different place than the 109. You can just pop it out right here, pull it up. This is the little nav light right here, and flip this around. This is a different look of it, but this is all the same thing, really. You just push it in, and the nav is on. But if you come and look down at the bottom, you can see the battery. I'll move out of your way a little bit. You can see the charger for the battery, the 2 extra lights, and then you can see all the space back there that you can put whatever you want. This is more space than the 109. It's just a bigger boat overall. And yeah, so let's get onto this ladder. Okay, so I pulled the ladder out, and I'm just going to show you how to use this. So this is not going to work quite the same on a trailer than it will in the water, but you just pull these out and flip it around like this. And this is a custom-made ladder, like I said, so it's going to fit the exact size you need. You set it in these little notches, push it back, and flip this down. And there you go. And now it's nice and sturdy for whoever needs to get into the boat. Here we are on the back of the 151. As you can see, there's a few differences, but it's all about the same. You have the tilt and the trim. You can push that up, flip this over, and then bring it back down to get it ready for the water. And the same for whenever you're transporting. This is the water rinse out, so you go ahead and hook up a hose whenever you're going into salt water for that. That's good for salt water. It cleans out the motor. Make sure you do that once you are getting out of salt. And over here you have the bulb. You want to make sure you are putting some pressure on this, squeezing it until it is nice and tight. Whenever it's nice and tight, that means that you are good to go ahead and crank your motor. And other than that, everything's about the same as the 109. You have the plug down there, you have the U-bolts, you have these specialized straps that will come with your boat. This is the trailer you're going to order, like I said before. So these are the specialty straps. You just pull them out right here and hook them up to both sides. Now they're loose, and then you just push it back down, and now they're nice and tight and ready for transport. And here we have the actual button pop-up fuel cap. That's where you're going to fuel up your boat. This is sometimes included. It depends on what the manufacturer has in stock. This is a 12-gallon fuel tank. It's the same as the 109. Don't forget that this one also has pop-up cleats. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I do have a couple more things that I would like to go over. First of all, we have 2 different boats here. They're both great for the lakes, but they're 2 different boats. The 151 is going to be better for bays. We took it out on Panama City Beach Bay during Memorial Day weekend. It handled the wakes great. We were jumping wakes. It was great. people might not be able to handle it as well as the boat can. So if you can handle it, if you're, an exhilarating type of person, you would go for the 151 and you go to a bay or something like that, and you'll be hopping it and you'll have a great time. But the 109, it's more recommended for lakes. You can take it out on the water, but you're going to need to be in good conditions. Make sure if you're going to go on a bay, make sure it's good conditions. But overall, the major differences are those V's and the size of the boats. So make sure you keep that in consideration whenever you decide. And this got the 4 seats, 2 seats. It depends on what you're looking for. But overall, thank you guys for watching, and we hope you have a great day. Make sure you order from directboats.com. We're the exclusive sellers of these boats. So give us a call and get yours ordered today. They are built to order, so make sure that you order them in advance. Give us a call and have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching our review of the Exhilarator 109 and 151. We were thrilled with the support for our previous video, and that's why we decided to redo it with a higher quality to give you the best experience possible. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We'd love to hear from you. If there's a specific boat you'd like us to cover next, drop a comment down below, and your feedback and support would mean the world to us. Until next time, happy boating.